Hey there, and welcome to the teacher tips video for the roller coaster project. This one does tend to be one of the favorites among the students, but I'd be lying if I said that it didn't also prove to be a pretty big challenge for them. So hopefully by the end of this video, we help get you to a point where you're comfortable and confident leading this activity with your own group, and so it's a success for everybody in a stress-free environment. The roller coaster does tend to be a 2-day project or provide about 2 to 3 hours worth of programming, but there are ways where you can compress it down shorter if you want. So be sure to check out the extensions on the lesson plan or just keep watching this video and we'll start to share those with you. As far as the videos that we put together go, we strongly recommend that you go ahead and watch those beforehand to familiarize yourself with the project. And take some mental notes of where those videos pause so you can be prepared to ask those inquiry-based learning questions that we pose to the kids. And when those videos are all done, we recommend that you display the gallery section of the project page onto the projector or screen so the kids can see some examples as they're building. Like we mentioned earlier, we know that this one can be a good challenge for the students, and we also know that we present a lot of information to them in the videos. So in order to keep them from getting overwhelmed, just remind them that the very first step before they can do anything else is to make the tracks that fit the ping pong ball. If you, as the leader of the classroom, are a little bit concerned about the length of this project, one thing you can do that can definitely compress the length is to just have the students make one long downward slope. It definitely is not quite as cool looking or as fun during the testing portion, but it does convey the same academic principles of that energy transfer. And it will be quicker than a complicated coaster with lots of turns. But anyways, as the students are building, just encourage them to check out some of the examples from the videos and on the website. Like we said earlier, we make those the way we do for a reason. And just taking things one step at a time really does help them from getting overwhelmed. So when the students are ready to tackle a turn, study this photo carefully. Once the kid's initial slope is done, get that second set of tracks ready. And all you have to do is just glue dot it to the outside straw and boom. Use as many of those glue dots as you would like. Then go ahead and make the poles for that next slope going the opposite way. And as they are testing this project, just have them test it out along the way actually. The purpose of this is so they don't finish their beautiful masterpiece, but then realize that their ping pong ball gets stuck on the first turn. We want to be able to address that stuff as it comes up. For the sake of some fun discussion to have during class, you can ask students like, have you ever done something like this before? Have you ever been to a theme park before? And do you like riding roller coasters? Does the energy transfer from potential energy to kinetic energy, like the ones we talked about in the video, make any sense to you? And you can even try to stir up some competitive spirit, like, whose coaster do you think will work the best? And as far as the materials go for the roller coaster, the contents of the bin are relatively straightforward. What we like to do is while the videos are playing is to go set them up buffet style towards the back of the room. That way when the students are done brainstorming, they can come to the back of the room, grab the materials, and go back to their workspaces to begin. However, the one potential thing that we have noticed might help sometimes is to refrain from giving them the ping pong balls quite yet. Once they have those tracks built and are ready to start kind of testing and tweaking things out on their coaster, then they're welcome to come grab one. But sometimes all we see is some bouncing of the ping pong balls and not much productivity. If the project happens to be running a little early and you need some ideas for how to fill in the time, no worries. Here's some tips. And the same thing goes for if you're running late. Here's some ideas for how to speed up the process but still stay on task. When cleaning up, go ahead and put any unused or reusable items back in the bin so we can get them back and recycle them for future projects if necessary. Finally, on safety, please just make sure students are respecting one another and using common sense with materials like the glue gun. Please make sure that they are actually using the gloves that we provide and working over the newspaper sheets so we avoid any potential injuries and respect the classroom. We really appreciate all your time and all that you do for these students. So if after watching this video or any of the other videos for the roller coaster project, you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out. We would love to help get any of those answered, and like we said earlier, just help you feel comfortable and confident going into this activity.